Aho, hello, namaste. Jody here with another episode of Sacred Synergy. And today I just wanted to show you a really easy and quick technique to check and see if your chakras are in balance and give you some things that you can do to help balance out anything that is underactive, overactive, or closed off. So first what we're going to do is we're going to use a pendulum to detect the energy. And the way that this works is that the chakras come out of the body anywhere from 1 to 2 inches on the person. So we have 7 main chakras that go from the root to the crown of the head, and each one of them come out of the body anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So by taking our pendulum and just placing it down into the chakra area, it will start spinning or moving in the direction of the chakra. So Rachel's chakra is actually going clockwise, which is working balanced, open properly for her. So the way that this will work is that for females, the root chakra is going to go clockwise, the sacral will go counterclockwise, the solar plexus will go clockwise, the heart counterclockwise, the throat clockwise, the third eye counterclockwise, and the crown clockwise. So they're like interlocking gears where they just shift all the way up. Now for men, it will be the exact opposite. For men, their root will go counterclockwise, the sacral will go clockwise, the solar plexus will go counterclockwise, and the rest of the way up. Now if you happen to be working on somebody who is transgendered, the way that this would work is that their chakras are going to flow whichever way their spirit feels. So you may have a male body, but if you feel like a female on the inside, you are actually going to flow like a female does. And if you have a female body but you feel masculine inside and you are more associated to the masculine gender identity, you are going to flow like a male flows. So as we saw here with Rachel, she was going clockwise, which means that her chakra is open and balanced there. So we go to the sacral next. The root is all about our connection to earth and our survival skills. The sacral one is all about our passions, our desires, and our sexuality. So with the sacral, this one is moving up and down instead of around in a circle. So if the pendulum moves up and down or side to side, that means that that chakra is underactive. If it's moving the opposite way that it should be, that means that the chakra is overactive. And if it just sits there and it doesn't move at all, it means that the chakra is closed off completely. So next we will have the solar plexus chakra, and our solar plexus chakra is all about our confidence, our self-esteem, and our creativity. So we're going to drop this pendulum in here, and it's going clockwise. So that is open and balanced. Next we have the heart, and we just drop it in here. That's moving counterclockwise, so her heart is open and balanced. Next we have the throat. That's moving clockwise, so she's open and balanced in the throat. That means that she feels comfortable with speaking her truth, with being able to communicate with people, and doing so kindly as well. Next is the third eye, and of course that's all about our intuition, being open to spirit, receiving messages, and honoring and trusting those messages that we receive when we do receive them. So I put the pendulum really close to the skin in that area, and it starts spinning counterclockwise, which for Rachel means that that's open and balanced. Finally, we'll go to the crown and place it at the top of the head. And it's going clockwise, so her crown chakra is balanced. So right now we just have one area of her body where she was underactive, and that was at the sacral place. So we'll show you a couple of quick ways that you can actually balance that out.
What does that represent again?
The sacral is all about our passions, our desires, and our sexuality. So one way that people like to work with the chakras and to balance them is to use crystals. So luckily this is all coordinated with color, And the chakras work just like the rainbow. So they're red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. As I was learning in kindergarten, the color of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, all the way up. So from the root up, she's Roy G. Biv. So you can use a red stone at the root chakra. So you can use like a red jasper. For me personally, I like to use smoky quartz instead because it also has a very good protective agency to it. So you can just drop it on the chakra. For the sacral chakra, you would want to use something orange. So a lot of people use carnelian. For the solar plexus, it's yellow, so I like to use citrine for that. The heart is green, so people will use jade or aventurine. For this, I have an amazonite. The throat is blue, so for this I'm using a blue chalcedony. For the third eye, I'm going to use an amethyst. Amethyst can be used in the third eye or the crown chakra. But for the purposes of chakra balancing, I prefer to put an amethyst on the third eye and a clear quartz at the crown. So you can let them meditate with this for a couple of minutes, and the stones will actually help to open and balance the chakras the way that they need to be. You'll want to make sure, of course, that before you work with them, that you would charge them and have them tuned so that they will be programmed to do the chakra balancing. For people who use energy medicine, you can also use something like Reiki to balance out the chakras, and that's what I do a lot of the time. So you can use like the chakra symbol. That will help clear. So we can go with this, chakra, chakra, chakra. And then a lot of times I like to get a little ritualistic with it too, so I'll just put my hands over it and create a prayer. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is, it's commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around Rachel's root chakra be pulled, cut, and released into the Creator's light for cleansing, and unconditional love is downloaded into its place. So the root chakra is a beautiful ruby red color. And the root chakra works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. And when you're doing that, you can even tap in with your mental facilities and visualize the chakra. So you can see that beautiful ruby red color. And if you see any darkness in the chakra, or if you see any lightness, or it'll be like pink instead, you can go ahead and use your mental magic paintbrush and make it that real pretty ruby red color. So we go up to balance the sacral chakra, which also has its carnelian stone with it. We'll just do a chokere, chokere, chokere. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is, it's commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the sacral chakra that's no longer of service to Rachel be pulled, cut, and released into the Creator's light for cleansing, and unconditional love is downloaded into its place so that the sacral chakra is working perfectly as it should. The energy is moving through it perfectly so that the sacral chakra is working in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Tap in and see if you can see the orange color. Make sure it's a beautiful shade of orange. Use your magic paintbrush to lighten any dark areas or to create more vibrancy in areas that are more pastel. Next, we'll go up to her solar plexus chakra. We'll do chokere, chokere, chokere. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is, it's commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the solar plexus chakra that's no longer of service to Rachel be pulled, cut, and released into the Creator's light for cleansing, and unconditional love is downloaded into its place. So that the solar plexus chakra is working perfectly as it should. The energy is moving through it perfectly. The solar plexus works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And the reason that I'm saying in this prayer that all energy, less than love, and all thought forms in and around the chakra that's no longer of service is very important. You don't want to take all of the thought forms that are around there. You just want to take the ones that are no longer of service to the person. And the reason that you don't want to take all of their thought forms is because there are things that we have to learn and progress through in life. So if you try to remove all of that, you're taking away some of the natural progression of their path. So we just want to remove the things that are no longer of service for them. Next we'll go to the heart. We use our Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the heart chakra that's no longer of service to Rachel be pulled, cut, and released into the creator's light for cleansing. And unconditional love is downloaded into its place so that the heart chakra is working perfectly as it should. Beautiful emerald green chakra. The heart chakra works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Next we'll go to the throat. Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the throat chakra that's no longer of service to Rachel be pulled, cut, and released into the creator's light for cleansing. And unconditional love is downloaded into its place. So the throat chakra is working perfectly as it should. The energy is moving through it perfectly. The throat chakra works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Then we'll go to the third eye. A Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the third eye chakra, no longer of service to Rachel, be pulled, cut, and released into the creator's light for cleansing. And unconditional love is downloaded into its place. So the third eye is working perfectly as it should. The energy is moving through it perfectly. The third eye works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And then finally we have the crown. Chakra, Chakra, Chakra. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is commanded that all energy less than love and all thought forms in and around the crown chakra no longer be of service to Rachel, be pulled, cut, and released into the creator's light for cleansing. And unconditional love is downloaded into its place. So that the crown chakra is working perfectly as it should. The energy is moving through it perfectly. The crown chakra works in conjunction with the rest of the body's chakras to maintain and regulate the flow of energy throughout the body. The crown chakra is working perfectly. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. You can use a simple prayer like that, even if you aren't specifically using a type of energy healing like Reiki. The prayer is kind of like a spell in spell work. We're basically telling through the use of quantum physics what we want to happen. This is going to pull all energy less than love from the body and release it to creator's light for cleansing. And then we're going to replace that energy with unconditional love and security to help make it nice and balanced and open. You don't have to say the prayer out loud whenever you're doing this with people. It's something that you can do in your mind. And you can even become a little ritualistic if you want. Like I like to formally cut it and pull it into the creator's light for cleansing. And then I will feel energy coming down, an unconditional love. I'll feel that energy coming into my hands, and the heavier that it gets, the lower it drops to the body. So I can just putting it over top of the body to help cleanse out that chakra. So whenever you're done that, you can use your pendulum and see if it has worked. So we'll go back to the root. And it's going clockwise. As you remember with the sacral before, it was moving up and down. Now it should be going counterclockwise. And it is. So that means it's open and balanced now. The solar plexus chakra is going clockwise. The heart is moving counterclockwise. Throat going clockwise. Third eye counterclockwise from the crown, moving clockwise. So this is something that's really easy that you can work with your friend or partner, and you can help each other balance your chakras out. If you have any questions or any other ideas of videos you'd like to see me make, you can contact me at peaceofmehealing@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at Jody_peaceofme, or you can also hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/peaceofmehealing. Thanks for tuning in and have a wonderful day. Namaste.